all that happens is what we hold within ourselves is what will overflow out of us. It's very deep, but it's a constant plan, and a mode of action is to fill yourself with positive qualities, because what is inside you will flow out. And likewise, maybe this from this evening onwards, or whenever you meet anybody, very subconsciously, how people behave with us, when we are more aware, we are more compassionate towards them. Now, say tomorrow my husband is in a very upset mode, angry state of mind. And as he's talking to me with his tone of voice, with his choice of words, I know he's very upset. Do I need to respond to my husband with that same tone and choice of words? The answer is no. The least I can do is bring compassion, fill myself with compassion. So, to his anger, I am pouring love, gentleness, and respect. And when I continuously pour love, gentleness, and respect, that hatred and anger will slowly and steadily subside. I'd like this conversation to be more interactive. And have you observed, even as children, when we screamed at our mums, we want ice cream or we want candy? And somehow, when gently our mums would explain to us, say, my dear child, you've had a lot of sugar for the day. Maybe in a day or two, I will definitely grant your wish and give you some ice cream or a candy. Don't you feel better of yourself? And likewise, if the mum had to scream and say, no, you already had too much ice cream and candy, therefore I'm not going to give you. Will you really like that? It's so deep. We have observed, but half the time we have not taken that lesson and put it into our lives. So, if we realize the basic funda, hurt people. So, when somebody talks to me negatively, like say my husband is upset, his tone is very rude, he's using some very abusive words or not some very respectful words. I want my coffee now. I know he's angry. The first thing I would recommend to all of you is, in your mind, bless the person. Bless means we need not put a cross and join our hands. Bless in your mind and say, my dear, I understand you are in not a happy state. I'm blessing you with love, peace, intelligence, and kindness. Vibrations pass from one person to another subconsciously. When you bless, the universe is working in your favor to make your wish a reality. Apart from that is when your husband's screaming and saying, I want a cup of coffee now. First you bless, and then when we speak, we have a choice to scream and talk in the same tone. Then what's the difference between me and my husband's state of mind? I will be respectful. I choose to be respectful. And when I'm coming from a place of love, we have a choice to come from a place of anger, resentment, revenge, or we can be very respectful and say, sweetheart, please give me 2 minutes. I'm making the milk hot. I'll quickly serve you your coffee. 80% or 90%, the tone in what we speak calms down situations. A lot of arguments and conflicts that we may have within our families, if you look at it very deeply, it's because the tone is not a respectful tone. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Here's your coffee. Do you think so? Your husband is really gonna like that tone? No. And the same word, I say, here's your coffee. That same three words or same four words, but it has such a powerful effect, right? Kinnari ma'am? Yes, you're nodding your head. Yeah. You'd like to say something? Seema ji, Veronica, or something? What do you say?
Sometimes it happens like, the person genuinely like my husband is very nice person, but sometimes, good days and bad days, and sometimes, tension at work, and sometimes we like tone is little bit changed, then we have to just, say it's okay. And in fact, I would say that, how is your work? What's going on? And then he would start, talking about it. So it will calm it down. But it's not like, no, normal person. He's not like a normal person. Sometimes tension and, environment make them say a little bit like, in different tone. I wouldn't say angry, but in different tone, like not in normal tone. So it's okay. It's okay.
The fact is that if we put this into our minds, the world is out to remove that peace what we have deep within us. Our natural qualities is love, peace, happiness. We are born with it. And the world is 80% subconsciously waiting to rob that away. They just want to rob that away and make us become more angry, upset, negative vibrations. So we protect ourselves from becoming wounded with the emotions. Are you okay? Yeah. So it's we protect ourselves. The name of my program, my on the Instagram is Your Mind Mastery. We master our minds. The world is out there to rob us of our peace, happiness, kindness, our state of joy. Subconsciously, if we know that, the least we can do is anything happening is, am I lowering my happiness? The way am I speaking? Does it show I'm in a happy and loveful state? And if I'm not in a loveful state, is I have given my power away. What you'd like to say?
You know what? Like it says that like what energy is inside you would naturally come outside you, and means you attract what you are, the same thing you are attracting. Yeah. So like that sense, that means if I'm not happy, then only that negative things will come to me. If I'm happy from inside, then naturally everything would. And that a few days back I was just listening to or something, I was just reading something, and then said that when you are in happy state, and if somebody would call you that, like, hey, just just lower the volume of your music and don't dance or something, and we would actually laugh on it, and then laugh it out, and then we will carry on just because we are in our musty. We are just enjoying ourselves, and we won't bother if somebody would say something in harsh words. And sometimes when you are just like very sad and gloomy and those kind of things, and somebody would just say that, means you okay, then also we would just snap on them. Why are you asking me? What's the problem? So it's just like what is inside us would come out. The
That's so
thing that
true.
you are saying, that the glass, what is in the glass, that would come out. So it
Definitely.
is.
We all
Yeah.
learn this from school, right? That kind words, they have the power to heal wounded hearts.
Hmm.
Anyone who comes to us who is not in a happy state, the least we can do is speak in a respectful tone and not let the problem become a major problem.
Hmm. Hmm.
It is in
Yeah.
our hands. We cannot control the world. The world may be negative, jealous, insecure, blah, blah, blah. we have power over ourselves. And also subconsciously, if we bear in our minds that the world is waiting to rob us of our peaceful state, so we have to have double protection to save my peace. If I lose my peace, what is the difference between myself and the person who is speaking to me in a rude tone? And also a new thing which many may not know is, in your mind, bless the person. It doesn't cost 1 rupee or 1 real or blah 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 to bless the person in your mind. Anybody who's not speaking to us is going through something very traumatic deep within, and many people, we don't speak about it. Somebody may lose a dog, a pet animal, and will say, no, I'm not feeling right, and they don't want to tell. And many of us may say, if I had to lose my dog or my pet animal, I would say. So, one very new aspect is how we may think, how we may behave. The world doesn't think and behave like how we do. So, another lesson is accept people for what they are. Many times we feel hurt. If I lost my dog, I'll say, yes, I have lost my dog, Rambo. But the world will not say that. And then we question, why didn't they not say that? It's a choice. Sometimes we may not want to tell something that's happening deep within our families. Everybody has a choice, and let us slowly reach that state where we accept people for what they are, not what we would like them to be. When you like them to be means, you are like living in Cinderella. My Prince Charming will be coming to my house when I'm 21 years old on a white horse. Does it happen like that? No. And okay, if it hasn't, we haven't thought about all this to this day. We have a choice, we have a chance, we have an opportunity. This is the least we can do, is let people be what they are. That is when that is called authenticity, genuineness. And because we don't accept people for what they are, you may have observed, they pretend and put a mask. No, all is well, all is well. The dog has passed away, but they'll say all is well. Because if I cry and say my doggy has passed away, there is a higher chance of the opposite person saying, okay, doggy passed away, you're making a big scene of it. We question and we judge people for their behaviors. And if we have done this, I don't know, I'm just making general statements, we have a choice and opportunity to stop doing that. Yes, Anandita, you'd like to say something? Seemaji? Ramji? Yeah. So it's all about you. How can I be more accepting of the person as the person is? If we have been judgmental, no worries. But from today onwards, we can stop being judgmental by at least 1%. When we accept people for what they are, people are willing to showcase their real selves. And when they show them their real selves, then you are in a higher position to help them out. Now, say I talk to Ramji and say, I'm well, like, okay, but I know my dog has passed away and I'm crying. Because Ramji is not in a state to accept me as I am, I'm lying and pretending and wearing a mask and say all is well. But say I'm very comfortable and Ramji is accepting me for what I am, I'll go crying to Ramji and say, Ramji, my dog Rambo passed away and I'm very miserable. With me being open because of his acceptance of me, I will receive further help from Ramji, where Ramji will say, okay, it is a very distressing time, and you can take some time off, think of happy memories. The other person may be in a state to lift us up. Everything is possible. I'd like to hear from you all now.
Can you just say something? I mean, we meet all sorts of people. There are all sorts of people in our life, and some people could be really difficult, really, really difficult, and they could be our immediate or distant family members. And they are not only difficult for, say, me, but for everyone else. Like everyone talks like this person is like difficult. I can't deal with that person. I think my defense mechanism would be just to disconnect. I would not talk to that person. And if I mean, just maintaining a distant relationship, not because if we keep on accepting the behavior of other people who are sort of verbally abusive or emotionally abusive, then eventually we are going to suffer. If my mental peace is um, getting suffered because of somebody's continuous abusive behavior, then I would rather distance myself from that person rather than accepting, okay, I accept you as you are. I mean, that's my point.
I accept your thought process as it is, and it's a very beautiful thought process. So I would say, apart from all this that you're doing, Seema ji, the first basic funda, bless the person. तो एक रुपए भी नहीं लगता है. Bless the person in your mind. Say somebody has got an abusive way of talking. In every sentence there are thousand beautiful words. You bless the person because the person is not in a peaceful state of mind. And also, when you bless the person, that negativity which was really high, right, that amount will definitely fall down. And you look at the person and you think happy thoughts for that person, compassion. Mother Teresa was so famous for being compassionate on the streets of Kolkata to see some poor children hungry, thirsty, dying. It's all about when you have compassion and love and respect, that anger and that judgmental state will fall down. I'm not saying to encourage you so that you become the at the receiving end of it, but in your mind the least you can do is have happy thoughts for that person. I bless you, I wish you well, and I do believe that if this is your state today, with every passing day it is getting better. My good wishes are always with you. I may be in touch with you, I may distance myself to protect my mental peace. That's cool. But that negative wali jo baat hai na, and because negativity breeds and multiplies negativity. If I say Rahul ji is a terrible guy, yeah, he's always drinking and creating a scene, abusive, with these words I'm only affirming it, Seema ji. It may be the fact, but I will not advertise and multiply it. Rahul ji is wonderful. With every passing day, he's sober, well spoken, respectful, and he's a wonderful human being. You are sending positive thoughts to Rahul ji, as well as your mind, which was judging and creating negative influence, will fall down. Do you have any other questions that you would like to ask any of you, please?
I think you have to be really God for
No,
doing.
it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind, because at the end of the day, we are spiritual beings on a temporary journey. Why do we want to travel the earth carrying baggages of someone else? Let them be, but in our minds, we bless them and move on our path. It's not easy. It doesn't happen in one fine day, but with every passing day, no, they say in Hindi, chavi karna, you instigate your mind. Even the whole world speaks that. I wish the person well because I want the person to become a better person with every passing day. And one more thing, a lot of us don't really know, blessing is not necessary only from a senior person to a young, small child or something. Even a young child, he can say, I bless my papa to be happy and healthy and prosperous. तो कोई there's no age वाला factor as much as many of us we say नहीं मैं कैसे किसी और को blessing दे दूं. No, my mom is 72. I bless her with good health, peace, prosperity, success, and let her live until she's 100. So it's like that. And basically thoughts, as they pass on to someone. If you're really thinking of somebody very deeply, there's a high possibility like in a day or two you may receive a call or a message or some way the person will contact you. I can see a question that came up. Yes, you mean wish them well and move on, distance from them, but you distance from them on a positive note. No anger, no anger and hatred and question. उसने क्यों किया, अभी करना था उसने कर दिया. I will keep good thoughts and move on a different journey. At the end of the day, I always say, and we've all learned this subconsciously, we have to protect ourselves. And if someone else is throwing their anger, we have to protect ourselves double. Does it make sense? Like to hear from you all.
Rita ji. So I would like to add on this topic of hurt. So as a kid, when we used to go out and play, I fell many times. And then I got hurt. My knees got scratched. My hands scratches many times. So when I used to reach home, after a little bit cleaning and things were done, my mom used to say, don't touch it. Just leave it. And then slowly with time, it used to start healing. And then it comes this black layer on the top. And then even that falls off. And then I see a new skin there. So I have tried sometimes when this black layer on the top comes up to just, peel it off. Then again, the hurt starts back. The blood comes out and it takes a little bit longer time. So this is a physical hurt, and it works the same way when we are hurt inside. And the action of plucking it or touching it or, disturbing it takes the healing process or the time for us to come out of this hurt longer. So here is physical, I am disturbing it. But what do we do internally? We make assumptions. We go back to that incident and continue to assume and play that incident again and again, again and again, again and again. And the other thing is, then my mom used to put some medicine on the top or put the band-aid. And here, the most important thing internally for us, in order to fasten the healing, or rather not to get hurt, is don't take things personal. So not taking things personal and not making assumptions. Not making assumptions is one of the difficult things because we are tend to build up our own movie within our own head out of our own personal past experiences or our own belief systems. So every time we make or we think, why? and make an assumption, notice that we are simply making an assumption. We have to notice it. Many times we are wrong in these assumptions. Number two, imagine our assumptions are true, they're fact-based. We have to go to the second step. Don't take anything personal. Anything that a second person does is because of them. It is not because of us. It is what they have. It is not because what they see in us. So what we give back is again a reflection of ourselves. So as you said, bless them. It is because we have that great feeling of goodness towards them. We bless them. And it is what that eventually we get back. So don't take anything personal in the second level. So as we stop making assumptions because we become aware, 95% of the situations where one can get hurt will disappear. Rest of the time, as we practice this, it becomes easier to not to take things personal. We take many things personal, too many things personal. Don't take things personal. It is always what is personal is our own goodness is personal. So always we have to think that brings happiness to us. When we make this our priority, that I would like to be happy, we stop taking things personal. Is it easy? It is not easy to not take things personal, yet we have to start somewhere. That is why we are discussing here about hurt. We all do get hurt, yet there are tools, there are keys how to operate on that, how to understand that, how to come out of that, how to heal others, how to heal our own self. Thank you.
Swarna ji, you would like to say something? Swarna 13.
Yeah, thank you so
Good
much,
evening.
Rita. Beautiful.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's a beautiful topic you're always bringing, and you're giving all the practical tips for us to heal along with the meditation. Yeah, and also I like Ramji's analogy with the physical hurt. Yeah, it's
Yes.
true. So it takes time, but it will heal. Eventually, we will heal. And we are gods. So I like that. We are a spiritual journey. So why can't we do a little bit, do it completely, right? Not partially. That is the end. End of it is accept, love, compassion. So
Yes.
just, it's a tough, because I am also going through, and we all go through. It's tough. Sometimes little things makes others is big. Sometimes for us, big things are big. But
Wonderful.
as we see that the physical hurt, the key is, are you progressing or not? Okay, if it got hurt and now a week, or is it a month, and go back and see, are you better place, or are you the same place? If it is the same place, that means we are not progressing. If the heel is not
Yes.
wounded, if it is not progressing, that means we need to really work on it. So only our benchmark, our scale is, are we moving forward with it? It takes time.
Yes.
Depends on the hurt. And I know I was able to excuse or forgive so many. I did forgive, but this is so hard. Yes, you are more progressing. You are getting stronger. That's why you got a big challenging blame or hurt. So now that's why you got bigger. If you are not moving in your journey, then you would have got smaller hurt. You got a big hurt. This, you may say, oh my God, this is very big. Yes, big means you are growing big. You are spiritually evolving, and universe know that you can do it. Without your power, universe will not test you. Universe means, again, universe is coming in somebody who is hurting you. He only makes you hurt. You hurt to someone like a Swarna. So Swarna becomes grow, because I want her
Yes.
to grow. That's how it works. So,
Right.
oh God, you are hurting me. Oh, I will pass your test. I know it's tough. I have done it before. I will do it before. I know it doesn't take over long time. It makes you fully blank. For me, like, it's fully gone away. Everything, I became a blank. All my whatever I have learned became blank. But I had only
Yeah.
trust and hope. Trust and hope.
Yeah.
I know, God, you
That's
have
true.
given me so many times. I know it's everything became blank, but I know how to clean it. So clean it and see, is you're progressing or not. So if you are progressing, yes, you become a little bit easier. Again, go back, and we need to
Awesome.
revisit the situation. Sometimes what we do, we don't want to visit that. Oh my gosh, I don't want to see that person's face. I don't want to go to the situation. No, if you are not going, means you are not accepting, not coming out of it. You got to go back. You need to talk to that
Yes.
person and see, are you moving progress with that, the way you talk. You don't need to talk all the way like, oh my gosh, I love you, I hug you, I forgive you. No, just have a approach, how you are approaching when you
That's true.
approached on the first day of hurting, and now is a month or after week of hurting. Yeah, take a, if you want to block that person, block it, work on yourself, again unblock
Yes.
it. Okay, unblock it. That's what I unblock it. Let that communication go on and see what is happening, right? So what is
Yeah.
happening within you, it doesn't matter if it is happening from them. If changes happens from them, it's good. But how are
Wow.
you approaching? Okay, I'm approaching better. Oh, but no, I'm not able to accept. Okay, block again. Okay, and again, but you have to again come to that level of flow, that that homeostasis is what sita prajna. That is the state we are all working on. So do whatever you want to do. All you have to do is, are you progressing or not? Are you accepting that hurt the situation? Don't think that personally means a person did not hurt you, the situation created you. That is what called, don't take things as personally. Means don't take that person into account, because that person is a god, that god came in him. Only the situation created, the test case is created for you to evolve. So if you change a little bit perspective there, so maybe you get a little easier, the way you will look at things changes.
Yeah.
So
I
we
have
don't hurt.
one. I have one suggestion for all of you is that there's a one simple statement if you would like to, remember or make a note of it, is that everybody behaves as per their state of mind. This one sentence, if you really think it very deeply, it will understand is that people behave as per what is going on deep within. So, as much as Ramji has rightly concluded, do not take it personally. And that's the way we protect ourselves and do not go into victimhood or become sad or unhappy because another person has not behaved very well with us. It's nothing to do with us, it is to do with the opposite person with their state of mind. That's it. Thank you so much. And yeah, Ramji, over to you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rita ji, and thanks everyone. So, very interesting insights in getting healed from any hurt emotion, and at the same time, tips and tools to avoid getting hurt. So, I'm sure now we have all the good reasons to be joyful always, and as well at the same time, when we are happy and when we do not get hurt, and so we are in naturally happy, joyful state, we allow everyone around us as well to heal from their hurt emotions and that they also become joyful. It's contagious. Joy is contagious. So let's all practice this, not just listening, but reminding ourselves continuously these tidbits to be joyful. Thank you. Thank you, Rita ji, again, and thanks everyone. We meet
Thank
tomorrow
you. Bye bye.
morning in the morning session. Namaste.